Man, Mariners, man, Mariners, man, Mariners, will you guys ever get over the hump? You were supposed to get over the hump last season, yet your pitching upgrades decided that it would be best to fall flat. Even worse, Jerry Dipoto thinks that the staff is fine how it is, when that shouldn't be the case. I like what they have going with their roster, at least when it comes to the hitting core. They did a pretty good job there. And so with the lineup, they ended up getting Dee Gordon, and he has been excellent in center field defensively. And I mean, at least it's spring training, but still, he's been excellent defensively. And so, not many concerns there. And the lineup was also very good last year. You still have Gene Segura and Robinson Cano and Kyle Seager, Nelson Cruz, and Mitch Haniger, of course, and Mike Zunino, Daniel Vogelbaugh, and then you also brought Ichiro back. So, I mean, this lineup is excellent. I'm giving it a grade A-, not much to explain there. And now when it comes to their depth is, well, it is decent, I guess. But I don't know with this team anymore, because last year when they got injured, they didn't have much to accommodate for that, and I don't really see how it's going to be much different this year. Yes, they have Ryan Healy. He's going to be platooning with Dan Vogelbaugh, but after him, there really isn't much in terms of this team. There's, Andrew Romine, Mike Marhama, and then you have Guillermo Heredia. Ben Gamel is injured for 46 weeks, so once he comes back, that'll help out. But I mean, in the minors, you have David Freitas, Mike Ford. He's a prospect, a Rule 5 pick that should be coming up in 2018, but it's not like he's a top prospect or anything. And then you have Ray Navarro, Taylor Motter, Cam Perkins, Kirk Neuenhuis, Junior Lake. I mean, I just don't. This does not strike me as a team that's filled with good, reliable depth. So I'm going to give this a grade C, because if anybody else gets injured, then there's not much to take after them. It's not much to take after them. I don't really know what to say more about that. And then when it comes to their rotation, I think their rotation is actually pretty solid. I said C+ before getting into this, but now I'm going to go B- with this rotation, just because there are a couple of things that they should prove to me. I think hopefully Felix doesn't continue to taper off a bit, but James Paxton was excellent last year. Mike Leake should be good, and then there's Marco Gonzalez. Erasmo Ramirez is injured, so I'm not sure when he's going to come back, but he has a strained lat. In terms of pitchers that could come up, there's Max Povs. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but he's a top prospect that could come up this year. And I mean, outside of that, there aren't many pitchers that the Mariners can really call upon. So, I mean, it's a pretty top-heavy rotation a bit. I mean, not as if that means that much with a rotation as it does with a lineup, but there's really only around 3 good pitchers in this organization. So, I mean, their rotation, it gets a B- just because of that, but after that, there's not much really to go off of. And then when it comes to the bullpen, it's not much better. Yes, you have Edwin Diaz and Juan Nicasio, but I mean, this bullpen isn't much to go off of either. You also have Nick Vincent, so this team is pretty good. I mean, in terms of with where they're at, I'm gonna give their bullpen a grade C or B-, as I forgot to mention. But in terms of where they're at as a team, I don't see this roster doing much. Also, David Phelps is out for the entire 2018 season, so that's a big loss to their bullpen. So I'm giving their bullpen, I thought about it being a B- actually. Now I'm gonna turn it down to a C+. So I'm not really buying their roster completely. I'm not buying into it completely. I'm not buying into their depth, and I'm not buying into their entire pitching staff. So yeah, that's just how I see the Mariners. If we add all of this up, we still see the Mariners as a team that will add yet another year to that legacy of failure. I know that their lineup is very good, but I have too many questions with not enough answers on their depth, bullpen, and even rotation. I think that this team will have the pieces to be able to get 85 plus wins this year, but there's still not enough talent to push them over the edge of a team like the Astros or the Athletics. The over-under for this team is 81 and 81. I'm going over with 87 and 75, and third in the AL West. Let me know if you agree. Let me know why I'm delusional for underrating the Mariners. It is a predictions video, and that's what predictions are all about: discussion and debate. But that'll do it for this edition, this Mariners edition of the 2018 MLB season previews, where I go through every single team. And so long.